This week, our learning objective is to understand what is meant by the Great Commission. This is going to link back to what we were looking at last week about Christians being salt and light in the world. Remember that we said that to be like salt means that the people make a difference by preserving and encouraging what is good, and to be like light, they are shining so people can see God in them. To understand what is meant by the Great Commission, we need to know what the word commission means. So what is a commission? Well, it's when somebody is asked to do a special piece of work, a job for someone, or when we ask someone to do a special job for us. You might commission somebody to make a very special cake for a celebration. You might commission an artist to paint a picture for you. You might commission somebody to do another job. There are all sorts of things that people are commissioned for. It's something that they're asked to do, and people can accept the commission or they can turn it down. We're going to listen to a song called Change the World. As you listen to it, look carefully at the words and think about what you think the mission for Christians is.
Let it overflow. We will go with a voice that will shout and a message of hope. We will go with a commission for a mission that will change the world. We will go. We want to change the world we live in. We want to make a better place for everyone. We're gonna dance upon injustice. We're gonna change the world. We want to change the world we live in. We want to make a better place for everyone. We're gonna dance upon injustice. We're gonna change the world. Change the world.
Let's think about some of the words in that song. Reach out to those in need, called to love, called to care, a voice for those who cannot speak, make the world a better place. Then there was the phrase commission for a mission. What do you think that means? Do you think that changing the world might be like being like salt and light, as we talked about last week. Let's look back to Jesus and his disciples. Here he is, with the group around him, the people who followed and trusted him. They obeyed him when he gave them instructions, and they did as he wanted. In the last moments of Jesus' time on earth, he spoke some very important words. He gave his disciples a mission. He commissioned them, gave them something important to do. Remember, Christians believe Jesus is God on the earth. He was giving them an order to go and do something. Let's look at what he said. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All power in heaven and on earth is given to me. So go and make followers of all people in the world. Baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Teach them to obey everything that I have told you. You can be sure that I will be with you always. I will continue with you until the end of the world." That comes from Matthew 28, verses 18 to 20. Jesus didn't want people to keep the good news about him to themselves. He wanted them to share it with the world. The disciples knew they had to tell people about Jesus. And Christians today still believe that this is their mission too, to tell others about Jesus. They are commissioned to do this. And that's what's meant by the Great Commission. For your tasks this week, first of all, write or print off a copy of the Great Commission and stick it in your book, and then answer these questions. What did Jesus tell his followers to do? Why would they want to obey? And have Christians done what Jesus wanted? And secondly, have a think, if you could commission your friends to change the world by doing one thing, what would it be? Write out and illustrate your commission.